Hello guys, and welcome back to the Kenyan Prime TV, where we bring you stories to motivate you and stories to inspire you. When you speak of rehabilitation, you cannot miss to mention the guest of today. He has done extremely and extraordinary things in our country. And without even telling you much, let's welcome him to our set today. Karibu.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Na yeye ni wakati wa corona.
Tunagota.
No handshake, lakini mnaweza pia salimiana.
Yeah.
Bora sanitize.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe you can start by maybe telling us your names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Charity. My name is Sergeant Moses Kimenchu, HSC, CPM.
Wow. Hizo ni
cheo
za kule kwenye tutasema sahi, lakini watakuja kujua.
HSC ni end of state commendation.
Wow.
CPM ni certified professional mediator in Africa. Of High Court.
Wow.
So thank you for hosting me as Charity. Just to give content to the members of the public, to Kenyans, to Africans, and also the world as a whole.
Yeah, and
on the issues of social activities.
Wow, and
which
also,
are done by humans.
Yeah, and also today being the International Drug.
Yes, Charity today being the International Day against campaign against drug and substance abuse. It is always celebrated in 26th of June every year in every country.
Yeah.
In the campaign against drug and substance abuse, organizations like Nakanda, organizations like Jono DC, and also organizations like SMEC.
Yeah.
SMEC is Sergeant Savior Mentorship Empowerment and Counseling Center.
Yes.
And me personally, people call me Sergeant Savior.
Wow.
In Muranga and Kenya as a whole. If you YouTube or you Google Sergeant Savior, you will meet me in uniform.
We are very honored to have you in our show today.
Yeah.
So maybe you can start by telling us your upbringing. Where did you grow up? Before we even get to the great and mighty things that you have done so far.
Thank you.
Where did you grow up? Where were you born?
Well, Sergeant Savior was born in a place called Kirigicha, a village in Tharaka Nithi County, in Tharaka North Sub-County. I was born as a normal kid. Actually, I was born in the 10th day of the month, 1982. So I always celebrate my birthday on 10th of 10th, 1982.
Wow.
October. Yes, my mother always tells me I grew as a normal person, but somehow I could sneak in the relation to so many things in life.
So you are a cheeky child.
Yes, I was a cheeky child, but she was happy about me. And that is why she called me Moses. I was born, she always told me that I was born beside the river. And there is a mother called Siangai who took me when I was getting out of my mother. And she called me Musa instead of Moses. So when I gotten up and I knew what Musa means, I decided to call myself Moses. So I changed my name to Moses.
Yeah.
And my name has changed for so many. When I got to high school, I was called Captain. Captain, just the one Captain. When I got to police, my name also changed to Sanjan Singh.
Unatupeleka mbali sana.
And now people call me Dr. Kasoba.
Yeah.
So my name has been changed.
You are taking these people very fast.
to go there.
Yeah, we will get there.
Yes.
So you can tell us maybe the schools that you attended. Yeah.
Well, Charity, when I was in 1990, I joined nursery, but I schooled nursery for 1 term. Then I was taken to class 1.
Class 1.
I don't know why.
Maybe they saw that you were very clever.
Maybe I was quite courageous.
Yeah.
Or someone who wanted to aspire for more than that. So I schooled in that school, that was Kenyatta Primary School. And I was 8 years when I went in class. And I did my KCPE in 1997. There was a lot of droughts
during that time.
When I finished my primary school. And that is in the primary level. I went in high school in 1998, and I finished in 2001.
Wow.
So that part of high school, I grew still as a kid who was good in school actually.
You used to do well.
Yes, I used to do well. But when I was in class 5, I was told that that street part of me, it wasn't there or that. Because, when you grow, you meet challenges.
Yeah.
So our family was not all that able.
Well up.
But that I discovered that when I was finishing my primary level. Because I was called to a very nice school, but I decided to go a local school, a day school. Whereby I used to sell groundnuts, firewoods, and even catching birds to change them for some money to pay for my school fees. So that in Form 2, I decided to start just a social work to assist myself to continue with my education. Started, I became a cobra or a shoeshiner
at Form
2. But this is a thing that I started in class 6, but I didn't know what I was doing. But in Form 2, that's where I started that activity or that job. I did when I was in Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, I did my exams. Now I decided to go at Meru Town, a place called Kakoromone. I put my kibanda. I became a vendor as a cobra.
So were you shoe shining and then going to school?
Yes,
that was your part-time job.
That was my part-time job. And also sometimes I could not even go to class because, charity, it's a very big challenge when you are schooling, you don't have school fees. Let me tell you. You don't feel that as if you are a student. You just feel that you are just someone who goes to school. It's the difference is when you do exams. That's when you know that you are in school.
But these other days you miss out.
You miss out. Even in weekends you don't even. But when I was in Form 4, my social part of life, it was football. I could play football. So there is a man who introduced to pay for my school fees in that year. But of course, there is a bicycle which my father had, so I decided to use it. And remember our family, I was born in a family of 8.
Mm-hmm.
8, and I'm in the 64th. So family was big.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford that much part of the payment. So when I went to Kakoromone after high school.
Did you, okay, sorry for cutting you short, but now you have, yes, it's hard to raise the school fees, but you were able to finish school.
Yeah, I finished school. I went and rented a house for 500 shillings per month. That was going back in 2002.
How did you perform?
I got a C-Prime. Then after C-Prime, I descended to being in management on my part-time job, which was a Cobra.
So there was no even option of maybe...
No any option. I didn't know whether
furthering your student.
No. I just stayed. But I wanted to be an accountant. I was even, I applied for an accounting course at Kenya College of Accountancy. Whereby I wanted to be an accountant. I was, the school fees was 18,000. I could not pay. So I decided just to be just a corporal, but I knew one day
you'll go back to school.
I will go back to school.
Wow.
Yes. So after that, I decided to go to start another job as a car wash at Nkobo. Nkobo Prison. It's a prison in Meru.
Okay. Maybe I can just ask you this before we go on.
Yes.
Is there maybe something that happened during your childhood that is memorable to you and would like to share with us?
Some I can't tell because some are very confidential. And also that
happened to our guest today when he found money in a car, 60,000 shillings. Most of us would have run away with it, but he chose to give it back, and that landed him a job. Let's find out what happened next.
Yes, Charity, what happened next is this. So I stayed to this family, and I came to learn that he was a former provincial commissioner.
Wow.
In northeastern province, but he retired. He was a nice man, but only that he taught me how to smoke. He taught me how to take alcohol. But he was a good man.
Maybe he didn't mean for you for it to harm you.
You know, he's told me you are a Meru man. You can't go away. You are a good guy. You are a good young man. So actually, he started mentoring me. He started telling me how women behave. He was a old man. He was 60. That time he was 67 years. So he could tell me, a young man, Jari, it is about life. Take your time. You will get back to school again. So there in Kakoromone, where I used to be a cobra, and remember this is a job that I did for almost 6 years. In a cobra, there was a man who used to come, and he was a DO1. DO1 in our deputy county commissioners today. So he was also a friend because I used to buy Daily Gazette. So he used to come when I'm doing his shoes, when I'm just cleaning them, could read the Gazette. So he used to visit Mzee. Pale nyumbani. So we used to be together. He was a friend to Mzee, he was a friend to me. So he was later promoted to be a DC. He was posted at Marimanti. Marimanti, it was now Tharaka South sub-county. Now it was called district that time. Now he was now a DC. So when he visited Mzee, he could come with police officers, and driver and an escort. So I asked him, kwani siku hizi wewe umekuwa mkubwa ama namna gani? Pewa escort, unapigwa saluti. So there was a man who was called Opondo, who was his personal assistant or a personal head or a bodyguard. He was a friend and he was also smoking. He could tell me, get me some embassy from there. Hata mimi nipige puff. Tunaongea, we could talk a lot. So one day I asked him, how do you enter in police one? How did you come that you are now a police officer? So he started coaching me. Why don't you talk to Mzee? Tell Mzee that unataka hii kazi. Unaona Charity. So I went to Mzee. I asked him, Mzee, I would enjoy very much if I become a police officer. And Mzee asked me, have you done Form 4? I said yes. Even I passed. Kaniambia okay. Go for your papers. I went for papers very fast. Went to my home, picked my papers. I came back. So when the recruitment came, that is how I was recruited in administration police. And remember, the ndio one whom I used to wash his shoes, clean his clothes, even iron them, because there are so many stories that we done. And remember, there in our place there is a lot of mirror, we could eat even together. So we are great friends. So I enjoyed police. So when I went in college, I was very much sick because I could not get cigarette, I could not get one for the room, even mirror. I was almost addict.
You started now being dependent.
Yeah, dependent, and also someone who under substance use disorder. So I didn't know whether God was preparing me. So I went through the course, finished the course as an administration police officer in Embakasi, Kenya, Nairobi. So when I finished, I was posted in Garissa.
Wow.
I stayed in Garissa for only 3 months. I was taken to Kakamega. And in Kakamega, I met a son to Mzee.
The Mzee that you are.
Yeah. Who was, that time he was deputy PC1. So we started talking, also chatting. We started coaching me how to do nyama choma, how to fry during Christmas. But he's now late. He died of a road accident. He requested me to go for a driving course. That was my first course. I ended driving to Roro driving school. I got an MBCE driving license. I went to public works to do training test. I passed. I started being a driver, and I was given government vehicle.
Wow.
So now I have my money.
Yes.
I could afford to buy one for the road. See?
Yes.
I could have a nice girlfriend.
Yeah. Especially hapo kwa girlfriend.
Now. And I was a sharp guy. I could spot a good person. But I was not a Christian. So I came a friend who she was actually my girlfriend, and I loved her very much. I even she had a school alias in high school. I went and paid.
Because
now
I knew you have become rich.
Yeah, I'm no rich man, but Yes, however, the money was not but you could tell this man is rich. That sociopath, very generous. I went and bought a mountain bike to be carrying her when there are some place kama kuna mlima kidogo namwambia mrembo panda hapo na no mountain bike you don't care whether this is a hill or so but it's frustrated me very much.
Why?
Hey.
Why?
So I also paid for school fees. I wanted her to be a teacher because now I'm a police officer and a teacher always she will teach at home.
Yeah.
So I could get from work and meet something is going on where at home. Yes. Because east or west, home is the best.
Yes.
But you tell, God has a purpose for it. She frustrated me. It's okay.
You didn't end up together?
No, in this relationship, you shouldn't delay a lot. You should do things, meet quickly.
Don't waste time.
Don't waste time. You're telling someone I love you. This love shouldn't grow over.
And if it's not growing, you drop them.
You drop it, you go for another. But that's for another day.
So you dropped her.
So I took her to college. I paid college dues. She was called for a TTC. I paid 35,000.
Back then.
Back then. I went at Harambe Sacco, took a loan, emergency, and paid. This is the love that I had.
Oh, God. No, it was okay. So, it was okay.
She preached to me. Actually, what she did to me, she preached to me, and gotten saved, and then sent it to a supporter. Also, so that we can, because I wanted to do a wedding, colorful wedding. So, but I don't know what happened. She was taken by another person, and very hurriedly she became a mother.
Mafisi.
Mafisi Masi.
They disappointed you. But don't worry. I know now it's laughable, but maybe then you were very mad.
I was quite stressed. And let me tell you, I planned to go for my money. Yes. Yeah, niliweka. I tell you, niliweka gari mafuta Pinjut. Nilipewa, but later I was transferred to Teso. Niliweka gari mafuta. Nikaenda nikavaa nguo za serikali. Uniform.
Afisa.
That time ilikuwa maroon officer. Nikaendea pesa.
What happened?
Nikaenda nikaambia mwalimu mkuu nikamwambia ule msichana tulikuwa tumelipia school fees alikufa, na saa hii tuna prepare matanga na familia ijiwezi. So tafadhali ile pesa juu tutatumia, tafadhali mtusaidie familia iweze kusika huyu msichana. My friend, principal wangu ana mambo mengi, called the bazaar. Bazaar came, lakini akaniambia kuna policy. We will give you that 4,000, 1,000, it's for that discharge part of it.
They actually refunded your money?
They refunded my that 4,000.
So ulikuwa unalipa tu juu unajua utaoa?
Mimi nilikuwa nasomesa bibi. Nilikuwa nalipia bibi. I had already planned. I had already planned where I will go and build my
home.
Yes.
With a teacher as a wife.
Teacher as a wife and as a police officer.
Wow, what a nice combination it was in your head.
I tell you. So I had to go back to my drawing board.
Yes.
I tell you.
And she got married and got pregnant.
She is now a mother actually. The firstborn, aliniambia she's now joining high school. But it's not my kid actually. I wish if I could have done that. So after that nikapewa pesa yangu, went nikabanki. Na I was quite frustrated. Very stressed.
It's very understandable.
Very stressed, let me tell you. I even planned to kill myself.
It was that bad?
It was very hectic.
Because you had given your all.
My heart had already migrated from
it was not in your ribcage.
It wasn't.
It was with her.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I had already written so many things.
Planning.
She was a lawyer.
How did you overcome that? Because people right now, they are not dealing well.
Do you know how I have killed? Nowadays, people they don't understand how to manage stress.
Yeah.
They rush.
And heartbreaks.
Heartbreaks. They happens. They are there. And so many. When you get such an heartbreak, in fact, behind the corner, good things are coming.
Nice.
And very nice goods. Yeah, don't wait for just to see small gifts. Wait for a mountain games. They are there and they will come.
Wow.
They will come just knocking. Just on your doorpost.
Don't stay there and start killing people and
understand it is part and parcel of life and move on.
But like uliendea school fees.
Mimi niliendea sababu I knew sasa hii, I was quite stressed. I couldn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
But nili plan. My neck was taller than my body.
Because of the stress.
I was stressed.
Slim.
You could see stress inside me.
Oh God,
I could not even sleep. Let me tell you
and this
something.
girl, she was not remorseful. She didn't say sorry.
You know, once a girl has a pregnancy, or is already pregnant, getting back to me, there is that stigma part of it. There is that part of expression. There is part of emotional. It is very remorseful. Self-esteem, it's quite down. Even her up to date, but I have never met her. Maybe if I meet her, I could ask her so many things, but I don't want to meet her.
You ask her why? Why she did that to you?
So now, that moment, so many things were talking to me. I couldn't go and drink terribly. I get 5,000 and go and finish them.
In alcohol?
Alcohol. And one day, I was arrested. I was given a task. Najua kwa kazi huwa tunapangwa kazi.
Yeah.
Then tukapangwa na mzee alikuwa still alcoholic. Kapangwa kwa ndizi. Na that moment we were also carrying liquors in our pocket. So mzee, when he was saluting the DC early in the morning, ile bottle ya liquor changa, it poured, ikaanguka kwa varanda. So it crashed. And the changa smelled hapo kwa hiyo ofisi ya DC. Actually, we said it is the DC who came with the alcohol. So we were arrested and taken to police station Kakamega. We said we did not do that. We are not the ones. The DC who came with the alcohol. So we did that, but there is an hospital who came as a mediator. He talked to the DC, everything. They did a lot to save us, because but Muse was very wise. The man who funded is used to the rate. So that's why I was transferred to Teso and Monterio. You see, that's my life. So the journey of recovery, it came. One day I was also taken to a Magoro hospital because I wasn't feeling well. I had a very severe headache. Because also I used to take alcohol. It's a life that I cannot recommend people to live.
Maybe briefly you can just tell us, before even we get to that point where you realize that there was a problem. The fact that you were drinking so much, there was a problem. Maybe you can just tell us, umetupwa sasa na Your girlfriend.
No, girlfriend.
When did you now meet your wife?
Now listen. When I end an account with the Post Bank, this is where I put my money. This is 35,000. So when I deposited this money, I started thinking getting back to school. In 2007. That's when I went to WECO. WECO was Western University of Science and Technology, now which is Masindo Muliro University. I wanted to do a course called cinema. That is, it was a diploma in humanitarian assistance cinema. But the quorum was not enough, so I decided to do, I was told to do a bridging course in English, because I had not done well in English if I wanted to. So I did a bridging course in English. Then I was advised to start to do a course in Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management.
Wow.
So I was advised to go at Kenya Institute of Management to start my course.
Wow. We'll be right back after this short break as Sergeant Xavier continues to tell us his life story.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, guys, and let's continue to listen to Kimenchu's story. Karibu.
Asante sana. So I started my course at Kenya Institute of Management in 2008, and then a certificate in business management. I passed with credit. I did a certificate in advanced certificate in business management. That was 2009, and 2010. In 2009, I did also a certificate in counseling at Anbn Counseling and Institute.
So you really had a thirst for education.
I fully in full swing, and immediately also I started my diploma in addiction counseling at SABTA Institute in Nairobi. I did a diploma in addiction counseling, and also same here. I was doing diploma in human resource management.
Oh, nice.
Which all them I passed very well. I went to register for university in university, Muranga University. That is the Kenyatta University of Science and Technology, JKUAT. I did Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management. Yes, I passed very well. And also, then in 2010, that's when I married.
All this time, because of the first heartbreak,
I didn't
want anything.
Issues. Those issues, they are not good.
So
because they put you in a certain corner, in a black corner that you don't see. You are closed. You can't tell whether this is black or this is white.
Wow.
So
how did you meet now your wife?
I met my wife way back where I was doing where I was doing shoe shining in my school.
Back then.
After high school, there was a place where I was also doing that, just in a gate, high school gate, Mokodhimangaos secondary school. And my wife now alikuwa mtoto wa chief, so angeliletwa na pikipiki all the way from a very far place, Chekariga, na anashukishwa hapo kwa gate. So the father and commanded her na kwamba when you reach there, kama kuna kiatu kibaya, pea huyo kijana mwenye anashonanga hapo kwa gate. Naona Charity. So akikuja ni mimi alikuwa anapea viatu. She was very beautiful.
Lakini ukaona hapana, ukaenda kutafuta kwingine huko.
Ni msichana wa
shule.
Sasa uwezo kaongea naye mambo mengi sana. So we used to talk. Very much.
But ile friend
ile friend tu hivyo kama customer, friend ya customer. Hivyo tu. And never thought whether she
ever marry.
Hivyo. So one day
sasa umemaliza shule.
Sasa nimemaliza kushona viatu hapo, nimeenda na yeye pia amemaliza, ameitwa university. She was schooling at Kemu University in Meru. Kenya Methodist University. So mimi in 2009 2008 nilitumwa course ya corporal promotion course at Embakasi. Nilipotumwa pale tena nikawa mwalimu wa sheria, instructor. But now became a corporal. When you are a corporal, you are a platoon commander or a section commander. So you cannot command people. No, some are married men. You are commanding them. They tell you, hata una bibi kijana. So charity begins at home. Enda uoe ndio ujue kucommand. Sasa hata wale instructors, senior instructors or even CEOs or company commanders, they could tell me, please kijana enda uoe ndio ujue hii kazi vizuri. As a police officer now. So I decided to go at Uhuru Park. Naona mahali mmoja ameshika ile rungu.
Yes.
Nilikaa hapo. Na nikalia sana.
Why are you crying at this time?
Because I don't have a girlfriend. Na I don't want to make any mistake.
Because ulikuwa umetest.
Because nilitest. Nikali na nichoma.
Utaki tena.
My friend.
I'm very for laughing at you.
Vijana huwa anacheza na wasichana.
Lakini ulichezewa.
Never dare will joke with a woman. You guys, you are very smart. Sasa mimi nikapanga mambo. Nikasema nitaenda nitaomba hofu. Request for a pass leave. Nipande gari na niende nyumbani. Nikatafute mke nyumbani. And that is what I did. Nikaomba hofu, nikapewa ruhusa na nikaanza safari kwenda. Nikashuka. But before nifike huko atichuka, kuna wasichana wawili. Wakishuka kwa gari, mmoja akaangusha wallet. Na hii wallet nilipofungua hivi, niliona imeanguka nikakanyanga. Unajua ukiwa askari wewe pia ni mtu sharp. Kuangalia ndani ilikuwa na 6,300. Iko na passport na msichana anasoma sheria. Law. Nikasema naweza kuwa nimeangukia hapa.
Because wewe unaenda tuna mentality nimeenda kutafuta bibi.
Nikasema Mungu anaweza kuwa amejibu maombi ama namna gani.
Hata before tufike nyumbani.
So mimi nikaenda na wallet mpaka nyumbani, nikasema hii purposely. Nitaenda nitamrudishia tu. So what I did, my dear, niliposhuka tu Meru town, I was going to a certain hotel iko Meru town. Ilikuanga inajulikana sana kwa inaitwa Kiruji. Nilipokuwa naingia kwa hoteli hapa tu kwa gate, I met 3 ladies. And the one she was the rende mwenye nilikuwa nashonea viatu.
Your current wife now?
My wife. Sio my current, my wife.
Your wife.
Now nikamuuliza Karo, sis Karo. Karo. Kwani umekuwa smart aje, umekuwa mkubwa? Na nakumbuka mimi. Akaniuliza wewe ni nani? Kwanza unaniongelesha hivi. Nikamwambia mimi I'm not a stranger, please. Mimi ni yule kijana alikuwa anawashonea viatu pale kwa shule kwa gate. Nilikuwa naitwa nani? Kaniambia ni Moses. Nikamwambia ni Moses, lakini siku hizi sishoni viatu, mimi nakula salary, niko kwa payroll ya serikali. Akaniuliza unafanya kazi gani? Nikamwambia wewe nitakuambia tu. So at that moment as we were discussing, because it was a social discussion, nikamwambia please unisaidie hata na namba ya simu tu. Nitakuwa nakundungia. Kupigia please. I will call you. We talk more. So at that moment alikuwa na wasichana mmoja alikuwa anaitwa Esther, huyo mwingine sikumbuki. So akanipa namba. Hakuringa akanipea tu namba. Unajua alikuwa anaona si ni mtu nimefanya. Hakuringa, lakini Esther I remember Esther. Esther encouraged her. Si umpe ama mimi nimpe yangu. She said that.
No, akaona hapana, acha mimi nipeane yangu.
Akasema hapana. Na kijana wakaanza she introduced me to them. So akamwambia this man was staying at a certain place alikuwa anafanya hivi. So we left at that. When I went home, remember I have a wallet here which has a Safaricom number, a picture, and the money. And I remember I've also gotten the one number whom I knew. Amenipa number physical sasa. But the other one is here anijui. So I started now weighing. You listen. Weighing. Ni nani sasa? Who is who?
Lakini you are very lucky. If you came all the way from Nairobi and in the same day you met two, you are very lucky.
Sasa huyu msichana mwenye nilipata na wallet. When I was home, nikaona jina lake. In a certain place in Tharaka Nithi, there is a community or there is a clan community which would want to marry each other. Charity. So I asked my father.
This name.
I corrected a wallet in a vehicle, this and this, in a matatu vehicle. This name. So father akaniambia na hii jina ni ya watu wa Mudhambi. Mudhambi we don't marry with Tharaka. So I asked him. Sasa hii ni wallet niliokota. He started asking, uliokota kiwa na nini? Kamwambia pesa wa kitambulisho na nini. Akaniambia please, hiyo simu iko hapo, wapigie saa hii.
Warudishie.
So I started calling her. I called her, I told her what I did, I have this and this. She said, oh please. Na alikuwa pia na kitambulisho, alikuwa anasoma law. So mimi nilikuwa nimeona nimepata lawyer bwana. Sasa
kidogo jina ikakataa.
Mambo kidogo sasa na si Mungu tu asaidie isiwe simu Mudhambi wale ambao hatuani. Nilikuwa nasema huyu
lawyer.
Ni lawyer sasa kwa. But now nikampigia. So she told me where she come from, clan in Mudhambi, blah blah. So I was again disappointed. But remember, niko na sosa somewhere whereby I can go. So I think it is okay. Later I was also called to get back to work. So I went calling Karen, who is now my wife, but she started becoming my girlfriend immediately after calling the other one and realized that we can never meet, we can never do anything. So when I get back to Nairobi, I started now calling Karen. Morning, in the lunchtime, in the evening. It was it was my breakfast, it was my lunch, and it was my supper.
Wow.
So from there we talked, we arranged.
And she didn't give you problems?
She didn't give me problems, but I got problems from her father.
The chief?
The chief. When the chief heard that I'm a police officer, and remember he was also a police officer, he wasn't happy.
Why?
He said that I will put our daughter into problems. Maybe I may leave her on the way. Maybe I may impregnate her. So many things. And again, there was a person who was not far from the village who knew my brother, who was married to a teacher. So that friend was telling my my father-in-law that I'm married, a teacher, and I have 2 kids.
But now mistaking you for your brother.
Yes, but not mistaking me for my brother. So but you know, wako ni wako.
Ukweli.
So I did my wedding in 8th of August 2010.
Wow, what a nice story. What a nice story. Say hi to her from us.
So I love my wife. She's beautiful. I've never been frustrated. She supported me. I finished my first degree, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource. I finished my second degree, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. And I specialized in addiction counseling. And now I'm in Amref University doing an advanced diploma in mental health and practicum. I want to become a doctor.
Wow.
So that is me.
How you met your wife?
How I met my wife.
How many kids have you been blessed with
married,
so far?
I'm now 12 years in marriage with 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
My first
you say
daughter,
hi to them?
Hi to my family. My dear wife Caroline. I love you very much. My 2 daughters, Bridget Murugi and Patience Mudon. I wish you well.
Wow, thank you.
You've been so much supportive, my dear. Nobody whom I can associate you with. And I know we are going very far.
Wow.
Thank you. Kongoi.
Wow, utafanya tulie huku. Maybe now you can also tell us, because most of us know you from now the work that you started doing, being a police officer. That's not the only thing you do. There's something else also